It's the Breakfast Club 10-year anniversary.
10 years.
10 years of the Breakfast Club.
Doing your thing.
Doing what you're doing.
And being honest with it.
You had a job for 10 years. Everything's Gucci over there. Wow. 10 years. Shout out to the best doing it, man.
Hold up. Damn.
Y'all getting old. Y'all been holding it down for 10 years.
DJ Envy, Angela Yee, and Charlamagne the God.
Man, y'all been together longer than some people have been married. I'm proud of y'all.
The voice of the culture.
Peace, love, and let's go to 20 years.
Congratulations.
Good morning, USA.
Yo. Good
morning, Angela Yee.
Good morning, DJ Envy.
Charlamagne the God.
Peace to the planet. Guess what day it is? Hump day.
That's right, it's Wednesday, hump day, middle of the week. Good morning.
Good morning to you. What's happening? This is the part of the show where we sound fake excited to be here. I'm happy to be here.
I'm happy to be here.
Yeah, but you got to shake all the tiredness off. You know what I'm saying? I be tired right up until I walk in the door.
Nah, you know what I do? I walk outside in the cold. When that cold fresh air hits you, it wake your ass right up.
Man, I've been taking cold showers for the past month. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean?
I can't do that.
So I know the feeling. Well, I don't have no choice. Like, you know, it's the something's off in the shower. And
okay.
we don't have no hot water. Hot water in the shower. And,
you said it was like a plan.
We got other, bathrooms in the crib, but Daddy got to take the L. Because I'm not.
Okay.
You don't want to wake up the house.
I don't want to wake up the house. Exactly. I can't go in one of my daughter's rooms in the 4 o'clock in the morning. You know what I mean? So I got to take the L and take the cold shower.
But they said
morning.
Cold showers are better for you, though.
That's what I heard, but I ain't want to Google it.
Yeah, I don't know, but. Listen, every single morning I make my espresso shot before I come to work. And that, honestly, by the time I get in my car and drive to work, it wakes me right up.
True. You do anything that's a struggle, we say is better for us. You know that?
No, but that's what they told me when I was...
Who's they?
Some doctors told me that.
Some doctors.
Dr. Amoon, Coach Jesse. Coach Jesse's actually going to be on the show today, but they told me when you take cold showers, it speeds up your heart rate. And that's supposed to be good.
Oh, okay. I thought that was anxiety this morning when I was driving.
No.
All right. No, I'm not lying. My heart started beating crazy for no reason.
They told me at the end of the shower, the last 30 seconds, you should let the cold water, hit you.
I was like, am I having a
panic attack? It reduces inflammation is what they say.
See?
And that helps with cardiovascular disease. But what they do say is you should do a cold shower, towards the end of your shower. So you can...
No, my heart did start palpitating crazy this morning. I was like, what am I? I'm not having a panic attack, am I?
Oh, my goodness.
I'm not even thinking about anything that's stressing me out. I'm riding in silence, actually.
But if you have high blood pressure, they said it's not good if you have high blood pressure, though. Because it can temporarily, raise it.
Oh, damn.
Well,
you know how you feel when that cold water hits you, like, woo.
I don't know what causes high blood pressure. Age? Because everybody in this room could be prone to high blood pressure if that's the case. Huh? That's what it is.
Your diet is,
diet and intake.
Have y'all been looking at that beautiful full moon that's been out all week?
Yeah, seen it.
Oh my God, man! Look up from your damn phone and look up at that beautiful full moon that's been out all week. Oh my God!
All right, well let's get the show cracking. Front page news. What we talking about?
Well, let's talk about James Harden and Ben Simmons, what they have to say about their trades and their respective teams.
All right, we'll get into that next. It's the Breakfast Club. Good morning, everybody. It's DJ Envy, Angela Yee, Charlamagne the God. We are the Breakfast Club. Let's get in some front page news. Where we starting, Yeezy?
Well, let's start with James Harden. After his trade and finding his newfound partnership with Joel Embiid at the Philadelphia 76ers, here's what he had to say.
Originally, when I was going through everything I was going through, in Houston, Philly was my first choice. I just knew, for a very long time this was a perfect fit, and obviously you got a big man, the best big man in the league, in Joel, and then obviously the coaching, just from top to bottom, it made sense, and I'm just happy and blessed that I'm here, and as Doc and everybody knows and everybody wants is to win and be the last team standing. So I'm excited for the opportunity.
I thought he wanted to go to Brooklyn. I thought he was trying to force a trade to Brooklyn when he was in Houston.
Well, I think he said initially he wanted to go there to the 76ers, but then maybe he changed his mind. I don't know. But he did not get into specifics about why he decided his time with the Nets needed to end so soon after he began. But he did say that the circumstances surrounding Kyrie Irving's decision to remain unvaccinated had an impact on the team. He said very minimally, but he said him and Kyrie are really good friends. Okay, now here is...
You think he took a shot at Katie, right? When he said Joel Embiid is the best big man in the league? Was that a little shot?
No, Kevin Durant ain't no big man. Joel Embiid is considered an actual center. Kevin Durant's not considered no center.
He's still, what, 6'9"?
He's actually 7 foot, but he's not considered a center. Kevin Durant's like a, what, 2, 3?
He's big man.
3, yeah,
he's
small forward. Yeah, he's just tall.
All right.
Joel Embiid is actually a center.
Here's what Ben Simmons had to say about the Brooklyn Nets, and he's hoping to play the March 10th road game versus the Philadelphia 76ers. But here is what he had to say after being officially introduced as a member of the Brooklyn Nets.
Did you feel like you couldn't get back to the place where you wanted to be in Philadelphia, and was that part of the reason you asked for a trade? I guess, could you explain that a little bit?
Yeah, I think that was part of it. I think, I just wasn't in the place there to do that. And a lot of things had happened over that summer to where I didn't feel like I was getting that help, but it is what it is. I don't have it wasn't a personal thing towards, any player or coach.
Well, it's all on you now, Ben Simmons. Everybody gonna see what you made of now in Brooklyn. There's no excuses. Like, you go out there and you gotta ball out. If you don't ball out, people gonna say it's you.
Now, he also did say the mental health has nothing to do with the trade. It was a bunch of things that he was dealing with as a person in his personal life that he really doesn't want to get into depth with. But he said, I'm here now. It's a blessing to be in an organization like this. And he's looking forward to getting back on the floor and building something great here. And he has spoken to the Sixers coach, Doc Rivers, and other members of the team, but still has not spoken to Joel Embiid.
That should be, I think that combination should work. I do.
What's that?
I think Ben Simmons will work in Brooklyn. I like the addition of Steph Curry is great. I think that they're a much better team now.
All right. Well, we definitely will be watching, and that is your front page news.
All right. Get it off your chest. 800-585-1051. If you need to vent, hit us up right now. 800-585-1051. Phone lines are wide open. It's The Breakfast Club. Good morning.
The Breakfast Club.
Let's go.
This is your time to get it off your chest, whether you're mad or blessed.
Say it with your chest.
We want to hear from you on The Breakfast Club.
So if you got something on your mind, let it out.
Hello, who's this?
Yes, have no fear. Big Chocolate, the toe sucker is here. How's everybody?
Oh, my goodness.
So listen.
Happy Valentine's Day.
Yeah, you too, Ange. I didn't have a Valentine's. I can work that out next year. Maybe one of your girlfriends. But listen, MB, two things, my friend. My grumpy gold chain wearing friend. Now, you got a lot of cars, brother, right? But with all this dough you got, you need to get a boat this year, right? We'll have a nice boat party. I figure we'll throw Charlamagne off the boat with his big head. He'll sink to the bottom.
I wouldn't even come.
And,
I wouldn't invite you anyway if I bought a boat.
That'd be a good look, right, pal?
No, I wouldn't even come to the party.
I wouldn't invite you either.
What did you call him? A grumpy gold chain wearing friend?
Ain't Ange, tell the truth, right? Everybody listen to my YouTube video with Snoop Dogg, too. Peace.
What? What did he just do just now?
Like he said,
I don't know.
He told you what to do with your money.
Sucker, whatever your
He
name
insulted you.
Right.
Threatened me with violence, and then promoted his YouTube page.
Goodness gracious.
He's versatile.
Yeah, very versatile. Hello, who's this?
He's versatile.
Hey, it's Ange from Fort Lauderdale.
What up, Angie from Fort Lauderdale?
What's up?
Envy in here flirting early this morning.
What's going on, y'all? I'm calling today to get something off my chest. And Angela, I need you to ask the audience what I should do, because I'm about to go and pop off in the school, and y'all going to be talking, trying to give me donkey of the day, talking about I went and cussed out a teacher. My son comes into the car and tell me a teacher called him a jerk, so I'm ready to let this lady have it. My son is 6 years old, and a school teacher, instead of inspiring them and being a role model, she over there calling him a jerk, a sloth, telling him it's not rocket science. So what would y'all do? Because I'm ready to.
You need to go pop off on that teacher, for real. You should.
Exactly. So if you don't mind, make your segment today, because I'm literally trying to make myself not get incarcerated, because I'm afraid of jail, to be truthful with you. But I'm ready to let this lady have it because enough is enough.
Well, shouldn't we hear both sides? Yes, you should listen to your kid, but shouldn't
There's no
you?
reason to call a 6-year-old a jerk.
Yeah, you can't call a 6-year-old a
How
jerk
about have
and
a
a sloth.
conversation with the teacher and let's see if that even happened first and foremost.
So,
Okay.
Charlamagne, yesterday I went ahead and I gave the lady a call, and her excuse for calling him a jerk was because he did a cartwheel.
Okay, so she admitted to it.
Yes, she
That's
did.
good. I respect that.
She admitted. Mm-hmm.
Okay, because
sloths don't do cartwheels.
Because she could have been trying to relate to the kids, you know what I mean? And like, you know, the whole jerk dance.
You're a jerk.
You're a jerk.
You're a jerk. No, that wasn't
You're
it.
a jerk.
But what I would do, Mama,
Not a sloth.
is I would put it in writing first. Because you got to protect yourself. I put it in writing. I would send a note to the principal and the teacher. Says, you know, my son is traumatized for calling him a jerk, this, that, and the other. And then you could go pop off. But at least have it in writing first, just in case you need it.
And by the way,
Go above her, by the way. Go to the principal. Go above her and get some type of mediation.
That's what I said. Yeah.
So you're not alone. So you're not alone in the room with this teacher. So that there's somebody there that can make sure that it doesn't go too far. But when I say pop off, I don't mean do nothing
don't hit her.
physical.
Just, you know, you just
or crazy.
Y'all should have explained that beforehand. You don't tell her go pop off. I didn't mean go hit her. Go hit her. You know exactly what she mean when she say pop off.
She wasn't going to hit the teacher. She was just going to, you know.
How you know? She from Florida.
Lyrically lash the teacher.
Now, don't be giving me the donkey of the day if you hear me on the news because I went off.
Exactly. Now, question: do you have any friends that are attorneys?
I don't. I was thinking about that last night. I don't, and I wish I did because y'all were talking about having cameras in the class, and I think it's necessary because look at what I'm going through, and I got her to confess, but you know she can go back and change her words.
Absolutely, because it's her word versus your word.
You should have recorded it.
If you have an attorney friend, all you got to do is have an attorney friend write a letter with their LLC and ESQ on it, and then usually they fix up immediately when a lawyer's involved.
And is she black or white?
She's white. That's the problem.
Oh,
that
see.
my kid is as chocolate as a Hershey.
Got you. Well,
good luck today. Don't do nothing crazy when we say pop off.
right,
Just
so
lyrically,
let's
not
give
lyrically.
my
Lyrically.
the donkey of the day,
Just
but
speak
call
with
her my
it.
Liquid
son is
swords.
Use your words. Yes. All right.
Okay.
Be safe,
Sounds
Mama.
good. Thanks, y'all.
and,
All right.
and nobody offends me when they say this isn't rocket science. It's not rocket science. And guess what? You wouldn't know how to do rocket science either, Miss Teacher. Okay? You know the only people that know how to do rocket science? Rocket scientists. Okay? So I don't even know why we say that.
Rocket science.
I don't even know why we say that.
Well, they say because rocket science is difficult, so it's
Nah,
not as
but you
difficult
can't
as
do it
rocket
either.
science.
So if somebody says
I know,
to me
that's what
that
they're
you
saying.
can't do it, this ain't rocket science, well, you can't do it either.
Meaning the thing that they're explaining to you is easier.
Huh?
You're a jerk. Never
Yeah,
mind.
they're
Get it
saying
off your chest.
it's not rocket science.
It don't make no sense.
585-1051. If you need to vent, hit us up right now. It's the Breakfast Club. Good morning.
The Breakfast Club.
Wake up, wake up. Wake your ass.
This is your time to get it off your chest. Whether you're mad or blessed, we want to hear from you on The Breakfast Club.
Hello, who's this?
Hey, good morning, DJ V, Angela Yee, Charlamagne the God.
Peace, King.
Good morning.
My name is Kilo the Artist. I'm an upcoming artist. Last time I called, Charlamagne thought I was the Asian dude that's the number, and I would like to sing for you guys this morning again.
You Charlamagne thought you was the Asian guy.
21, 22.
Yes,
Let me hear it. Let me hear it.
All right. Nature is created so beautiful. I can love anyone else. Do I love you, baby?
Hey.
Yes, impossible. God, you stir my heart and I let you keep it. Keep it, darling. Oh. Yes, sir. That's Kilo the Artist.
Stop it,
Young King.
Stop it.
Yes.
Yo, can you do me a favor, please? Can you go to Instagram and type in Kilo the Artist and just follow me and check my music and check my stuff?
Y'all sleeping on Kilo the Artist, boy.
He wants you to follow him.
No. Kilo the Artist, boy. Kilo the Artist ain't playing no games early in the
He
morning.
wants you to follow him.
Sing the 10 for me one time, Kilo. Sing the 10 for me one time.
Nature is created so beautiful. And
Those ain't numbers.
I can love anyone else. Do I love you, baby?
All right. You have a good one, brother.
Thank you.
Kilo fire. Kilo waking us up this morning.
Hello, who's this?
Good morning, gorgeous.
Good morning. It's Monique from Georgia.
Hey, Monique.
Monique, get it off your chest.
Listen, I stayed up and watched the verses last night, and I'm paying for it this morning.
Oh, you tired? You beat.
What do you mean you paid for it?
She's tired.
Oh, I thought you meant
I
you
did
paid.
I didn't watch the whole thing. What time did it end?
It ended like around 11, like a little after 11. I'm like, look, I go to bed like 9, 10 o'clock, but I stayed up, but it was really good.
Where you live at? Where you at?
I'm in Georgia.
Oh, okay. So you like music
Did
and
y'all watch?
Anthony Hamilton? No, I didn't get to watch.
I didn't get to see it.
I watched the first half of it, but then I was in bed watching it, and then I ended up falling asleep toward the end.
Yeah.
It was it was beautiful though. Were you by yourself?
Yes, I was by myself with my wine in front of the TV, dancing. But you can tell Anthony Hamilton had his thing all planned out. He had his little, people come out and perform with him. They both did a great job, though. But, yeah, one time for the over 35 club.
Did the Hamiltons come out?
Yeah, they did, yes.
Yeah, Anthony
Who
Hamilton.
did you like better?
Well, I love both of them, but I think Anthony Hamilton had his better planned out. Well, it looks like he had JD behind his, DJing and everything was planned out by JD for him. So JD had him like on point.
A nice plan.
Gotcha.
Did you like Music Soul Child's sweater? I saw everybody was talking about his sweater.
I know. the cropped hoodie.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was dope though. I hate y'all missed it. Well, ye watched, but you
she watched it.
I watched it.
Well, you have a good morning, Monique, and I'm sorry you feel so tired.
Wake up, have some coffee.
I know I gotta get up. I gotta have some coffee. Yeah, I love coffee. That's the only way I get through my day is a cup of coffee.
Me too.
Yes. Where can I buy your coffee?
Coffeeupliftspeople.com. You can buy it online. It is absolutely amazing.
Okay, I'm gonna try. All right, y'all have a good day.
Thank you.
You too now. Get it off your chest. 800-585-1051. Now we got rumors on the way?
Yes, let's talk about Floyd Mayweather. He responds to Logan Paul's claim that he owes him some money.
All right, we'll get into that next. It's The Breakfast Club. Good morning.
The Breakfast Club. This is The Rumor Report with Angela Yee. On The Breakfast Club.
So listen up.
Well, Floyd Mayweather was on the Pivot podcast. That episode came out yesterday, and he was sitting down with former NFL stars Ryan Clark, Channing Crowder, and Fred Taylor, and he reacted to Logan Paul's claim of money being owed to him. Here's what Logan Paul had said originally.
Yeah, I heard you had to file the suit against Mayweather, so he hasn't.
No, I don't think we did yet.
Are you planning to?
Yeah.
Is that like soured you at all on professional fighting, having to go through this with Mayweather?
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, it's honestly bullshit. Like having people who aren't a professional promotional company control where the money goes is like we made that mistake. But, it's Floyd Mayweather, so before we fought him, we kind of were willing to do whatever, and now after the fact, we're kind of shooting ourselves in the foot.
Yeah.
Because he's a scumbag.
Would you ever fight him again under any circumstances?
No, he wanted to. He reached out.
Yeah.
But
Well, Floyd Mayweather responded, and here's what he had to say about this alleged money that he still owes Logan Paul.
To them, that's real money. And I like YouTube because I don't mind getting a YouTube check. The money is not coming fast enough. That's why when they say money on the back end, as far as pay-per-view, it take a while, And he shouldn't trip. If he feel like he done great numbers and we done record-breaking numbers, then I understand. Nothing comes right away. Just like I'm still collecting checks from fights 7 or 8 years ago. I'm still collecting checks. Why? Because I made smart moves and I'm my own boss. Look how many years they've been owing us money. We don't ever trip. So now when the tables turn, they say, oh, you owe us something. Be happy with the biggest payday you ever got in your life.
Or be happy that the biggest payday that you ever got in your life is coming, I guess.
I would be upset. It's been 8 months.
I mean, listen, Floyd knows that game better than me, so I don't know how long it takes for the money to get distributed. So I can't argue with Floyd on that. I don't know how long it takes for that money to get distributed.
8 months seems like a long time.
Right. He says that pay-per-view money takes a while, and he said it just doesn't come right away. But the fact that he's still collecting checks from fights that were 7 or 8 years ago, he's saying, it just takes a while.
That might be
I'm
royalties.
not sure how
that
long.
might be a lot of other things too. But that 8 months seems a long time to get paid off of that fight.
I do feel like I remember Floyd one time. I forgot who he fought, but I remember him months later posting a check for like $100 million from what he got from the fight. So it probably does take a while.
Well, he showed me his bank account one time right after the fight. If the fight was on Sunday maybe or Saturday, I seen it on Sunday. He had that money in his account that Sunday.
I don't know.
It was a couple $100 million.
He would know better than me.
He might have a different situation. I don't know. Then, he might get money up front who knows what he works out. Now, he also talked about a lot of different things like wealth, and he said being rich is something that's short-term, wealth is long-term. He talked about Warren Buffett and sitting with him and how Warren Buffett has over 500 jets. And he said basically the goal is to go to sleep when you want to and wake up when you want to, and not having someone or something controlling you. He said he paid $750,000 to get out of his first promotional contract because eventually he made $750 million in just 3 fights.
I remember that.
He did.
He doesn't care what people believe or what they do. He said it's not good enough for everyone. So no matter what, people will say what they want to say. And he also talked about NBA YoungBoy and his daughter Yaya having a child together.
NBA YoungBoy, it was when he went away for a while. I like to say going to college for a little bit, went to school for a little bit. He's back, and I'm proud of him, proud of my daughter, and I only want the best for NBA YoungBoy. I'm going to continue to push him and push her, both of them to be great. My grandson, I love him, you know, every day, you know. Actually, my grandson is just like his mom. His mom used to hold on my leg all day, and he want me to pick him up all day.
Right. I love it. That's what life's about.
Absolutely. Well, Floyd is a smart businessman. He has a smart team around him. So Floyd makes a lot of great moves. He owns a lot of skyscrapers actually in New York. Most people don't know that.
It was the Manny Pacquiao fight too. Our producer Eddie just came in here and showed me.
The what?
Remember when I said he showed us a check a year later?
Yeah.
It was the Manny Pacquiao fight.
All right, now Coachella has dropped all COVID-related restrictions. So if you're planning to go to that music festival, they revealed yesterday that you don't have to be vaccinated, you don't have to provide a negative test, you don't have to wear a mask or any of those things if you want to attend. So that's in accordance with local guidelines. And the event shall be presented in accordance with applicable public health conditions as of the date of the event. And that could change at any time. So right now, they're saying that's dropped, but if things change, there will be whatever protective measures that are necessary.
So what's going on? What are we doing,
announced,
man? That's standard now? Oh, that's just for Coachella. That's everywhere in the world.
I think it depends on whatever local guidelines are. So depending on what state you're in, whatever those mandates are, that's what you follow.
Yeah, they're starting to pull the mandates off, so people's like YOLO.
All right, well, let's get ready for the Roots Picnic. Also, I saw yesterday they announced who will be performing at the Roots Picnic. They said it's 15 years, by the way, and it's a 2-day festival with podcasts, performances, and Mary J. Blige with the Roots. That'll be dope. Summer Walker, WizKid, Jasmine Sullivan, Rick Ross, Black Thought, Benny the Butcher, Keisha Cole, SWV, Music Soul Child, Kirk Franklin, G Herbo, Tierra Whack. There's a lot of performances going down. Freddie Gibbs will be there. Yebba will be there. So shout out to everybody. Our girl DJ Diamond Cuts and also DJ Active. So get ready for that.
Man, they got $1 million worth of game who curated the podcast stage, and they got Horrible Decisions out there, and Just Hilarious, Carefully Reckless. They got Earn Your Leisure, All Black Effect.
Jamel
podcast,
Hill,
by the way.
Unbothered.
Jamel Hill, yeah, they drop one of the clues bombs for the Roots. They figured out how to put together a really dope festival that blends, a little bit of everything. A little bit of everything that's really moving in the culture right now. So salute to the Roots, man.
So that's June 4th and June 5th. You can go to rootspicnic.com if you want to get tickets. And I do want to shout out to Miguel and Nazanin. Him and his wife are back together. If you guys remember, they announced that they were breaking up, and then now they're back together. Miguel posted a picture of the two of them. He said, "Love heals, proud of us." And she said, "Heal the root so the tree is stable. I'm so proud of us." So congratulations. Happy to see they worked it out.
Absolutely.
All right. Well, that is your rumor report.
All right. We got front page news next.
Yes, and we are going to talk about some key takeaways from George Floyd's getting murdered, and we'll talk about a former cop's testimony. He did go ahead and testify, and we'll tell you what he had to say.
All right, we'll get into that next. It's The Breakfast Club. Good morning.
The Breakfast Club. Your mornings will never be the same.
The General Insurance is a quality insurance company that has been saving people money for nearly 60 years. What up, y'all? It's DJ Envy, and you should take a closer look at The General. Call 800-GENERAL or visit thegeneral.com. The General Auto Insurance Services, Inc., an insurance agency, Nashville, Tennessee. Some restrictions apply.
WWPR FM HD1 New York.
An iHeart radio station.
All right. Morning, everybody. It's DJ Envy, Angela Yee, Charlamagne the God. We are The Breakfast Club. Let's get in some front page news. Where we starting, Yeezy?
Well, we're going to start with the 6-year-old girl. She had been missing for 2 years, but she was found safe in a secret room under a staircase. This was in upstate New York at a Socrates home. Detectives saw her feet in the hidden space. Now, the parents of Paisley Schultes had abducted their own daughter after losing custody of her in 2019, and they kept her hidden there where her paternal grandfather lives since then. There was a tip that led to the grandfather's home. A detective then saw something off about the staircase and saw a piece of a blanket peeking through the cracks. They used a tool to remove several of the wooden steps, and that's when they saw those tiny feet, and then they removed several more steps, and they found Paisley and her mother in a makeshift room under a closed staircase that led to the basement of the residence. Paisley was only 4 years old when her parents lost custody of her and her older sister. The day that authorities were supposed to pick up the kids, Paisley's mom and father fled with her to Socrates. The older daughter was in school at the time of the abduction, and she ended up living with a legal guardian. So then Monday, authorities did get this tip. They said the cops had previously been to that home, and they said they were met with resistance. And at other times they said, oh, no, you can come in and look around. There's nobody here. The child's not here. So they were actually hiding that child, under the steps during that time.
There really is the people under the stairs.
Why was she taken from the family, though? Do we know?
They didn't say.
Because she was taken from her biological mom and biological dad. I was curious why she was taken from the family.
Isn't that what the movie The People Under the Stairs was about? Wasn't it about stolen children living under the stairs?
I didn't see it.
Y'all remember that movie, The People Under the Stairs? Come on, all my uncles and aunties out there. Come on, talk to me now. Movie came out in the 90s.
And then they had Flowers in the Attic also. I don't know if you saw that. Flowers in the Attic. That was also kids hidden in the attic. Now, she was examined by paramedics. They said she was fine before she was released to the custody of her legal guardian and older sister at an undisclosed location. She recognized her big sister and was happy to see her. They said she was well taken care of and in good health. The only problem is that she hasn't been to school and they weren't educating her at the house. They said she was really excited when the cops passed the McDonald's on their way to reunite her with her sister and her guardian. She hadn't had McDonald's in some time, so they turned around and got her some McDonald's.
So what has she been eating? What was they feeding that little girl?
Well, they were feeding her food, but she wanted McDonald's. She hasn't left
they
the house.
They couldn't have gone out to get her McDonald's and bring it back
exciting.
home? They couldn't bring it back to the stairs?
I guess they just did it.
And by the way, if there was no COVID, they'd have found that young lady a lot earlier. That year of everybody being quarantined helped them out a lot, I'm sure.
All right, now let's talk about Total. He's a fired Minneapolis police officer who's been charged alongside two former colleagues with violating George Floyd's civil rights during that fatal arrest. He actually took the witness stand in his own defense. He said he had a different role. And according to Total, he's the first defendant that's been charged to speak publicly about his actions. And so what he had to say was that he had dreamed of being a police officer, and he talked about a childhood experience where police were called to his home because of a domestic violence incident involving his abusive father. He said he was taught to use his knees as part of his training in the Minneapolis Police Department to keep a suspect pinned to the ground. And he said he used his knee as leverage, and that prevented the suspect from rolling around or getting up. And so he said this is what he was taught in the academy when he was there. And he said he was never told that it was improper. And so that was him. And he said that as he and Derek Chauvin were responding to back up the other officers, he said that the place that they were driving to was hostile to police. He said it's a well-known Bloods gang hangout. And so he testified that the other officers would not have been aware of that because they were rookies. And then he said he had never seen this much of a struggle in his 8 years as a police officer, and that it appeared that George Floyd was on some kind of drugs and had superhuman strength that more than 3 officers could handle. So that's what he had to say as he took the stand in his own defense. And I think the other 2 officers are planning to take the stand as well, so we'll keep you updated on what is going on. They have all pleaded not guilty to these charges against them. And the other officers, and Tao also faces an additional charge alleging that they knew Chauvin was kneeling on Floyd's neck, but did nothing to stop him. All 3 defendants are charged with using the color of the law, which means their positions as police officers, to deprive Floyd of his civil rights by allegedly showing deliberate indifference to his medical needs. So that is still going on, and we'll continue to keep you updated. And that is your front page news.
All right. Now, when we come back, let's open up the phone lines. 800-585-1051. A lady called this morning and she was having an issue with her child's school.
My son comes into the car and tell me a teacher called him a jerk, so I'm ready to let this lady have it. My son is 6 years old, and a school teacher, instead of inspiring them and being a role model, she over there calling him a jerk, a sloth, telling him it's not rocket science. So what would y'all do? Because I'm literally trying to make myself not get incarcerated because I'm afraid of jail, to be truthful with you. But I'm
But I'm
ready
willing to
let
go.
this lady have it because enough is enough.
All right,
I'm afraid of jail, to be honest with you, but I'm willing to go.
What would you do if a teacher called your 6-year-old a jerk?
What context?
You're a jerk.
Like the song?
No.
They're trying to teach you to dance, trying to be cool?
No.
What do you mean?
Like you did something wrong, you didn't know something, and the teacher called. Your child was cartwheeling.
Okay.
And they called you a jerk.
Okay.
Feels like you've been called a jerk before in school. So.
If I did, I'm sure.
I think that's so
a jerk back. Knowing me, I was very.
I think that is so
undisciplined
inappropriate to do that to a 6-year-old, to any student if you're a teacher. You know, I went to school thinking I was going to be a teacher, and I did teach 5th and 6th grade for a semester. So I'll tell you what I think about that.
All right, 800-585-1051. What would you do? Call us up now. It's The Breakfast Club. Good morning.
The Breakfast Club. It's topic time. Call 800-585-1051 to join into the discussion with The Breakfast Club.
Talk about it.
Morning, everybody. It's DJ MV, Angela Yee, Charlamagne the Guy. We are The Breakfast Club. Now, if you just joined us during Get It Off Your Chest, a woman called this morning and had a little issue at her son's school. Let's listen.
My son comes into the car and tell me a teacher called him a jerk, so I'm ready to let this lady have it. My son is 6 years old, and a school teacher, instead of inspiring them and being a role model, she over there calling him a jerk, a sloth, telling him it's not rocket science. So what would y'all do? Because I'm literally trying to make myself not get incarcerated because I'm afraid of jail, to be truthful with you. But I'm ready to let this lady have it because enough is enough.
800-585-1051. We're asking, what would you do if your 6-year-old child was called a jerk in school? Now, Charlamagne and I was talking, and he is absolutely right. Back in my day, if a teacher called me a jerk, I definitely would say your mother. Your mother's a jerk.
I would say your mother is a jerk because I was a bad, disrespectful little kid who was always in trouble. And you know what would have happened in that situation?
What?
I would have gotten more trouble than the teacher because I would have been sent to the principal's office for saying that your mother is a jerk. And then I'd have been in the principal's office trying to explain, well, she called me a jerk first.
See?
And none of the teachers, none of the principals, my parents, none of them would want to hear that.
No.
You okay?
In that case, I wouldn't have got in trouble because as soon as I told my mother or my father that a teacher called me a jerk, they would be like, all right, you was right for saying your mother.
I don't know if they would have back in the day, bro.
Yeah,
back in the day, they didn't really listen to kids the way we listen to kids now.
My parents listen to me. If like that was one thing I knew, that if I ever got in trouble, I can call them immediately. So if a teacher called me a jerk and I said your mama's a jerk, then when my mama came to school, then my mama will call your mom. My mama will call my teacher's mama a jerk too.
And truth be told, I've never been on the right side of any of that in school.
Well, that
was always. It was all. I always instigated it.
Yeah, that seems like you.
Always in some way, shape, or form. But if that was my child, I would go have a conversation with that teacher immediately.
Yeah.
There's no emails, there's no phone calls. I'm pulling up after school, and I want to go talk to the teacher, and I'm going to ask the teacher a simple question: did you call my child a jerk?
And then if she says, yeah, I called him a jerk,
then we got to have a conversation, and I have to. I can't even leave that conversation with you. I have to take that conversation immediately to your supervisor because that has to be on record for if I got to give you a wedgie. Or slap the shit out you next time I see you.
Well, you can't do it because she's a woman, but
it depends. We don't know. All teachers aren't women,
no, but in this case, the teacher was a woman.
All right, my wife will slap the shit out of her.
There you go. But I mean, I would do the first thing I would do is I would have my attorney draw up a letter because I would need to have it on record just in case that does happen and my wife has to slap the ish out of a teacher. Just want it on record just in case and say that this teacher is very aggressive. Mm-hmm. And then, I would have my wife go down there and have a little tongue lashing with this teacher.
And by the way, we just talking. We would never hit the teacher, but we would sue him. we would go to their supervisors. Okay, all of that is true. Yes. All right.
Now, what about you?
I think that from the side of things, from the teacher side of things, I remember when I was doing my apprenticeship to be a teacher, one of the teachers would always lose control in the classroom and talk crazy to the students, and students don't respect that when a teacher does that, and then it allows for them to feel like they can speak to her that way. Like you said, you would call the teacher a jerk back or say your mom is a jerk or something like that.
Absolutely.
And so I just think that creating that environment makes people feel like that's appropriate to talk to each other that way, and you never want to do that as a teacher. That's why you always have to have control and be as authoritative as possible. possible, and also teach them how to show respect to each other. So I think that is one of the main things, because once you lose control like that, it's hard to get it back.
Yeah, I agree with that, but I'll tell you something. You do respect the teacher if she curses you out the way you and your friends curse each other out. Like if you call him an F-boy, you know what I mean? Or tell him he switched sides like a little bitch, you know what I'm saying? Stuff like that. I'm telling you.
Why are you sensitive the bitch and not the...
I don't know why my brain did that. But I'm going to tell you something. If you curse them out in that way, they respect it.
But I think you don't want kids to feel like it's appropriate to speak that way, because then they talk to each other like that. They talk to you like that.
They already are, though.
You don't want them to. You don't want to set that standard.
They already are, and
okay.
I agree, but they already are talking to each other like that. And if you curse them out the way they curse each other out, the whole class would be like, "Ooh, burn!"
But I ain't gonna lie.
And then that's an ego thing.
I had teachers that put hands on you too.
Oh yes,
I had teachers that grab me by the collar, grab me by the shirt.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
that I don't think that happens as much anymore.
That doesn't happen anymore, no.
But when I grew up in Moncks Corner, South Carolina, I'm telling you, we had a 4th grade teacher in Whitesville Elementary School. Boy, Miss Freeman used to put hands on people. Boy, be jacking us up in the classroom.
Shout out to Miss Harris. Miss Butterfield used to grab my cheeks on my face and pinch them, like pull me out the class. Yep.
What Mr. Harris used to do to your cheeks?
Miss Harris.
I ain't hear that part. Mr. Harris did what to your cheeks?
Hello, who's
King,
this?
do you want to discuss this childhood trauma that you experienced? Wow.
Hello, who's this?
Hi, my name's Alicia.
Alicia, good morning.
Good morning. How y'all doing?
I'm blessed, Black and Holly favorite. How are you?
So what? Some teacher called you.
I am too.
So what did the teacher call your kid?
It was an after-school teacher, and he said my son looked like Squidward.
Like who?
Squidward.
Squidward.
Well, before we judge, does he? Does he?
No, he don't. So I pressed the situation. I went right back to after school right after, because I like to address things right then and there. I'm not taking it home. He didn't want me to go back because he know, like,
he looked like Squidward.
No, he don't. Stop playing with me. Okay?
And how old is your son?
He's 7.
Oh.
He's 7. So I went back. I'm like, I want to talk to such and such, whatever the teacher name was, because he said my son looked like Squidward. I see him coming. I'm ready to go all off on him. But long story short, come to find out, my son told the teacher that his teeth is messed up and he looks crazy.
See, that was me. So, I was that kid.
Right. So, and I had to address it, and I let my son know. I'm like, that the teacher's not your size. Because I'm ready. I'm like, you're going to get me in trouble one day, because I'm always ready to go off on a teacher, because I don't play behind my kids. Same like the mom said, I would go to jail behind mine. But my kid is that kid with a mouth that's going to tell you how he feels. So we just got to get to the bottom of the story before we jump together.
Absolutely. That was me. And that's why whenever stuff like that used to happen, first thing my daddy would say, well, what did you do? Because it was always one side. Well, what did you do? And he was right a lot of the time. I did instigate that. I'd be the one messing with the teacher, and the teacher say something back to me, and now I'm upset.
800-585-1051. A woman called in earlier during Get It Off Your Chest. This is what she said.
My son comes into the car and tell me a teacher called him a jerk, so I'm ready to let this lady have it. My son is 6 years old, and a school teacher, instead of inspiring them and being a role model, she over there calling him a jerk, a sloth, telling him it's not rocket science. So what would y'all do? Because I'm literally trying to make myself not get incarcerated, because I'm afraid of jail, to be truthful with you. But I'm ready to let this lady have it, because enough is enough.
What would you do in that situation? Call us now. It's the Breakfast Club. Good morning.
Call me. Add your opinion to the Breakfast Club topic. Come on. 800-585-1051.
Morning, everybody. It's DJ Envy, Angela Yee, Charlamagne the God. We are the Breakfast Club. Now, if you're just joining us, a woman called this morning, and she had an issue with her son's teacher. Let's listen.
My son comes into the car and tell me a teacher called him a jerk, so I'm ready to let this lady have it. My son is 6 years old, and a school teacher, instead of inspiring them and being a role model, she over there calling him a jerk, a sloth, telling him it's not rocket science. So what would y'all do? Because I'm literally trying to make myself not get incarcerated, because I'm afraid of jail, to be truthful with you. But I'm ready to let this lady have it, because enough is enough.
So we're asking 800-585-1051. What would you do in this situation? We have Tiffany on the line. Tiffany, good morning.
Good morning.
Hey, now, something happened with your son?
Yes, I have a 4-year-old. He's in preschool, and he does not talk. He's like the sweetest thing in the world, shy. And he came home and told me that his teacher called him hard-headed and that he was a little baby because he wanted to go to the bathroom. And when they let him go back to the mat, he peed on himself.
Damn.
Oh, that's sad. So what'd you do?
I'm a teacher, and I found that out the next morning. I called from my teacher's phone. I teach in the same district. And I called that teacher. I said, this is unacceptable. And if I hear something again, I'm coming up to the school.
Well, I have a conversation with my kids all the time to say, if you have to go to the bathroom and your teacher says, no, you cannot leave the class, you go to the bathroom. I don't want you peeing on yourself. I don't want you peeing in class. You go to the bathroom, and if there's a problem, you call mom or you call dad. You have your teacher call mom and dad. We'll be there in 5 minutes. So you go into the bathroom. My teacher ain't going to peeing on no class. Now, if they got to go, you go. Don't. If they say you can't go, you go.
My kid come home with clothes that don't belong to him, and he upset because you're calling him hard-headed.
That's right.
Pre-K.
You absolutely right.
They all hard-headed.
You're right. Have a good one, Mama.
You too.
Hello, who's this?
Hey, this is Greene from the beach. Hi, y'all.
Hey, Bree, good morning.
Hi. Well, to answer your question, I just want to say good morning, y'all. Appreciate
Good
y'all.
morning.
Good morning.
I need relationship, we y'all want to answer about people's feelings. But answer your question, my daughter is 4 years old now. When she was 3, a teacher saw my daughter was getting beat up by a student and didn't say nothing about it. Only way I found out about it is when I asked my daughter why she got these bite marks on her. Turns out this same teacher was letting this one student now bite all the other students and wasn't doing nothing about it. So I had to go to the school and cuss their ass out. Now the lady ain't got her job. Now on her defense, I would not go up there because the teacher didn't put her hands on the child. So just go talk to the principal, like, okay, so why is she using this language to my kid? And, this teach kid words may hurt, but, sounds don't hurt even more. So
I'm not going to lie. I got to see parents in that situation, too. Why your child coming to school biting on Sharon?
Right, that's what I'm saying.
But kids go through that phase. Sometimes they go through a biting phase. They go through a hitting phase.
My kids ain't never gone through no phase where they biting on people.
I'm sure other kids in her school
this
did.
child was 3 years old. They know better.
Who is this little vampire out here giving people rabies, possibly?
Giving people rabies. Goodbye.
I don't know, but one thing about my child, she stood her ground because my child was beating her hind the whole day. So they had separated.
As she should. Going to school biting on people, churn.
Hello, who's this?
This is Tempest from the Bronx.
Hey, Tempest.
Good morning.
Good morning. Talk to us.
Well, listen, I'm meeting her at the school, and we're going to discuss why she thought it was okay for her to call my child a jerk. I'm going there, and then I'm going to the principal, because the principal needs to put her in check, too. No, if my child did something, you tell me, and I'll handle it. That's not your place, especially if you call him no jerk. Nah.
That's right.
How you doing? Good morning. You put my child a jerk? Nah.
and then you say, I want to see you dance. And then you put on your jerk song.
I'm a jerk. Hey,
that's right. Jerk.
Goodbye,
jerk.
Goodbye.
You make the teacher dance backwards.
What's the moral of the story?
The moral of the story is stop playing with people churn. Okay? It's simple. It's really that simple. That same golden rule y'all be teaching them kids, doing to others you would have them doing to you. Treat people's kids the way you want them to treat your kids and your grandkids. Before somebody have you in that classroom dancing to your jerk, okay?
All right, we got rumors on the way, Yee?
Yes, and let's talk about the Super Bowl effect. We'll talk about the halftime show, how that affected people's streaming numbers, and what else Dr. Dre had to say following the big show.
All right, we'll get into that next. It's The Breakfast Club. Good morning. Morning, everybody. It's DJ MV, Angela Yee, Charlamagne the God. We are The Breakfast Club. Good morning.
What's happening?
How you guys feeling?
Good morning.
Blessed, black, and highly favored always.
Yeah, I was trying to stay up and watch the versus battle last night, and so I got to the beginning of it, but then I started falling asleep.
Yeah, nah.
But shout out to them. And Envy, you have one on Friday, right?
Yeah, well,
I don't have to DJ.
I don't have a versus. Yeah, I'm DJing the one. It's Tracy McGrady versus Allen Iverson. They're doing highlights because it's All-Star game this weekend, so I'm DJing for that. I think a couple people hosting, so it should be good. It's going to be on the Bleacher Report.
Bleacher
Report. Bleacher Report and on Versus.
Breacher?
I don't know why I said Bleacher.
Bleacher Report.
It's going to be on the Bleacher Report and also Versus. Yeah, but I fell asleep last night. I was going to watch it, and then I have a 10-week-old. She was laying on Daddy's chest, and next thing I know, we were both knocked out.
I saw folks mad at Jack Thriller. What was he mad about? Because he was cracking jokes?
Yes. He called him a runaway slave.
So what? You got a comedian out there. If you don't have a comedian host versus, the comedian's going to tell jokes.
Well, that's what he did.
I think some people also watching didn't know who he was too. I mean, we know Jack Thriller, but some people also were like, "Who is this?"
Oh, so they didn't know
Why
he
did
was a
you say
comedian.
that?
Probably not.
They just like, who is this
Yeah, I don't
crazy
think some
looking
people
guy
know.
on stage?
And what was he wearing?
He had on an all red leather outfit, kind of looking like Eddie Murphy when Eddie Murphy was it Raw? When he had on the red leather.
That's Jack Thriller's signature thing. That's actually the Michael Jackson outfit. That's the Michael Jackson red. What video was that? What video was that? Was it Beat It? Might have been Beat It.
Was it bad?
Bad. And I think it was Beat It. I don't remember. It was Beat It. I think it was Beat It when Michael had the all red on.
Beat It?
Yeah, that's Jack Thriller's whole thing. You know, the thriller aspect of it. Salute to Jack Thriller. Drop on the clues month with Jack Thriller, man.
Shout out to Jack Thriller. All right, well, we got rumors on the way.
And shout out to Michael Jackson, by the way. If y'all haven't had a chance to go see their Broadway play, the MJ the Musical, I do want to put that out there. That was amazing. I've been talking about that since I went to go see it. So
you said, and shout out to Michael Jackson. So, whoa.
Michael gonna tweet you later.
I mean,
He gonna tweet you later.
He gonna tweet you later. Say thank you. Thank you for the shout out.
MJ the Musical. But there was 3 different people that played Michael Jackson in that play. They were really, really dope.
All right, well, shout out to Mike. All right, we got rumors on the way.
Yes, we are going to be talking about Baby Blue. You know, he's in jail right now for that whole PPP loan scam, $24 million. He turned himself in, and we'll tell you what he had to say about getting caught up.
All right, we'll get into that next. It's the Breakfast Club. Good morning.
It's about time. What's going on? Rumor report. This is the Rumor Report with Angela Yee on the Breakfast Club.
All right. Well, Dr. Dre says that he is planning to work with Mary J. Blige on her next album. And so here's what he had to say after the Super Bowl.
Mary came back here to the house last night, and we went downstairs to the studio. And she was playing me samples, and we were just vibing out because we're talking about working on her next project. And we were downstairs having a ton of fun, man, just listening to samples and music and, you know, playing around like that. And Don Cheadle came over, and he's just like one of my favorite actors, you know. So, I just had a house full of amazing talent. And that's all we did, just sat in the studio and played music and had fun dancing around.
Now, he also did say, and he wasn't sure if he was supposed to say it, but he is going to be working on Mary's next album. So that'll be dope to hear. And as far as the numbers after the halftime show, from Spotify, they said Dr. Dre streams increased by 185% in the hour following the game. Mary J. Blige's No More Drama, 520% increase. The next episode, 270% increase, and Still Dre 245% increase, and Kendrick's All Right 250% increase. That's just on Spotify alone.
Wow.
What about Eminem?
Lose Yourself.
Eminem, Lose Yourself entered the top 10 on the U.S. Spotify chart for the first time following the Super Bowl. It was the first 2000 hip-hop song to reach 1 billion streams.
Wow.
Makes all the sense in the world
so
to me.
Congratulations.
We haven't,
to them, yeah.
we didn't
That's
get-
why it makes sense to do that halftime show, even though you don't get paid for it.
And salute to Kendrick too. Kendrick picked the 2 songs that I absolutely felt he should do. I really thought he should have did Good Kid, Mad City, and he should have did All Right, and he did them. He dropped on the clues bombs for Kendrick song selection. The Good Kid, Mad City is a risky record.
Nah.
To do at a Super Bowl halftime show. What? If Pyrus and Crips all got
That's
along, they're
one of
probably
his
going to be down.
biggest records in them festivals.
Yeah, but it wasn't a single, though, is what I'm saying.
It doesn't matter.
Most of the time when they do those halftime shows, they want you to do the hits.
That's probably his biggest
Biggest songs ever.
Yes,
festivals.
that was a cultural hit.
Yeah.
All right, and shout out to Mary J. Blige, by the way. She is encouraging women to go get screened, get their health screenings, make sure that you get your breast exams and everything. Here is what she's posted with Hologic on her page.
This is amazing. We're almost ready for you. Don't say yes to that date, but see you soon.
Come on, let's go. Push for another one.
Everything looks good. See you next year.
See you next year. Thank you. Making your health a priority is real love. Hologic, the science of sure.
Oh, I think I saw that commercial came on a couple times in the Super Bowl, right?
Yeah, they said it got like millions of views, and now she's posted it on her page. But that is something dope to even discuss right now, just because that day that this was posted, 2 different people had already spoken to me, like in that the week prior to that, like, make sure you go and get your mammogram. I just went and got mine. So we do want to make sure that women know that you go get your health screenings every single year, things that you need to do. And we are about to talk to Coach Jesse and Dr. Aletha Maybank and also Stephanie Blake about also checking your blood pressure and all of those things. So we just want to make sure we're prioritizing self-care and health. And so that, that's just an important message that I want to make sure we keep on highlighting. And that is your rumor report.
All right. Thank you, Miss E. Charlamagne, who are you giving that donkey to?
Man, there's a priest that needs to come to the front of the congregation. Okay, he needs to step down off the pulpit and come to the front of the congregation. We'd like to have a word with him. His name is Priest Andre Arango from Arizona. Okay, we will discuss, because a lot of y'all going to hell because y'all baptisms was null and void. We'll discuss.
All right. We'll get into that next. It's The Breakfast Club. Good morning.
The Breakfast Club. Your mornings will never be the same.
Our audible pick of the day is Deepak Chopra's Mind, Body, Zone. In this podcast, Deepak talks with guests like John Batiste and helps listeners redefine their lives. Sign up for a free 30-day Audible trial at audible.com/Breakfast Club.
Charlamagne, say the gang, dunk it, other Charlamagne.
You are a donkey. It's time for Donkey of the Day.
Donkey of the Day does not discriminate.
I might not have the song of the day, but I got the donkey of the day.
So if you ever feel I need to be a donkey, man, hit me with the heat.
Yeah, it's the Breakfast Club, bitches.
Who's donkey of the day today?
Well, donkey of the day for Wednesday, February 16th goes to an Arizona priest named Andre Arango. Okay, he is a priest, a Catholic priest, who quite possibly has bought a whole bunch of you a first-class ticket to hell. Listen, I hate to be the bearer of bad news on this fine Wednesday morning, but there is thousands of y'all walking around right now with illegitimate baptisms. What is Uncle Charlotte talking about this morning? What is the good brother Lenard saying in regards to illegitimate baptisms? Exactly what I said. All right, some of y'all baptisms are null and void, fraudulent, unauthorized, unsanctioned, unofficial, unlicensed. Whatever, okay? Okay, whatever you had happen under the water don't count, because Priest Andres Arango didn't say it right. He didn't say the baptism right. It's like a spell. You know how your iPhone has 10 Harry Potter spells that work with Siri, but they don't work if you don't pronounce it right? That's kind of what happened with your baptism. One word kept you from being cleansed of all your sins. I can't make this kind of foolishness up. Let's go to Fox 10 Phoenix for the report, please.
One word has made a divine difference when it comes to the first sacrament in the Catholic faith, baptisms. Phoenix priest Father Andres Arango resigned and apologized after he had changed a pivotal word in the baptismal rite. The priest had been saying, "We baptize you in the name of the Father and of the Son and of the Holy Spirit." The correct version starts with, "I baptize you." Arango had been part of the Catholic Diocese in Phoenix since 2005. He posted an apology letter through the diocese, saying in part he would dedicate his energy to remedy the situation. Other sacraments taken after, like confirmation, marriage, and holy orders, could also be invalid if the baptism itself is invalidated.
I can't keep up with this level of perfection y'all got going on in 2022. This kind of perfection you have to have now, I can't deal with it. You know, if this is the kind of perfection you have to have, I'm screwed. Okay, I'm confused by this. Instead of saying, "I baptize you in the name of the Father and of the Son and of the Holy Spirit" during baptism,